We serve a God that can satisfy the longing heart. We serve the Christ, the Son of the living God, who can satisfy, who can fill the hungry soul, the thirsty heart. Welcome to Truth Seekers with Randy McFoy, and I just want you to have devotions with me. As I was reading through and studying, meditating on Matthew 14 and Jesus feeding the 5,000, after the disciples brought the 5 loaves and the 2 fish to Jesus, he blessed it, he broke it, he gave it to the disciples, and they gave it to the multitude of people. And in verse 20, it says, so they all ate, all 5,000 men, all the women, all the children, all who were there. They all ate and were filled. And they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments that remained. They all ate and were filled. This shows the sufficiency of Christ, that they had enough. They were filled. They were full. They were no longer hungry. They were no longer thirsty. They were content. They were satisfied. When Christ feeds you, you will be satisfied. You will be content. When he feeds you, you will need of nothing else. There is no other religion. There is no other figure. There is no other person that can satisfy the heart, that can feed the soul like Christ. So I want to challenge you, if you are a Christian. I want to challenge you, if you are a pastor, if you are a minister of the word. What do you give them? Or what do you give the people who are hungry? There are people who are hungry in our church, in our family, in our neighborhoods. What will you give them? When the people are hungry, they don't need empty words or religious jargon. They don't need religious cliches. When the people are hungry, they don't need false hopes. When the people are hungry, they don't need to be entertained. They don't need gimmicks. When the people are hungry, they need the bread of life that came down from heaven. And my question is, will you give them that? Will you give them the true bread, the true manna that came down from heaven? They all ate and were filled. If all ate, or if all eat of the bread, they will not go hungry again. If they eat of this bread, if they eat of Christ, they will be eternally satisfied. Jesus has enough bread to feed all who come to him by faith. He has enough bread. There is no shortage in him. There is not a person who will come to Jesus by faith and trust in him, and he will say to that person, I don't have enough bread for you. There is no such reality. For anyone, for everyone who comes to Christ by faith, who place their trust in him, he has enough bread to feed you. They all ate and were filled. If you have been filled by Christ, praise God with you. Please leave a comment. Please like. Please share. Please hit the notification button. so that you can be updated with more devotionals. God bless.